You don't have to stay so quiet. Welcome to the show here at KUHSdenver.com. And we're about ready to get busy with Cass Clayton in the studio right now. And I have to turn the music down so we can actually do this interview live and in living color. It's going to be really a lot of fun here. Cass, welcome to the show.
Thank you. My favorite show.
It's
Yes.
really nice. I've got a
No, I really love talking with you. We always have such
a good time.
riot. Yeah.
And we were talking about some stuff right now that was.
Yeah. we just like jumped right in. We didn't
I
like
had
wait
to
2
because
seconds
I was
this
like,
time.
there was a reason why certain things didn't go down, and
Yeah.
so and we had to talk about that. So and let's see, make sure you get into that.
Okay.
Nice and
Am I
close.
loud enough? Okay.
Yes. Come on. Yeah, you are.
I'm not known for a quiet voice, so.
So here's what's real interesting about everything. Make sure we're on everywhere. I think we are. Looks like everything's flowing really nice. Let's talk about, you were talking about playing in a band with all these male musicians. This is good.
This is good stuff.
This is the good stuff, the juicy stuff.
Why do you think I do this? If it was a bunch of girls, I would do that.
How boring.
No. I would love to have women musicians in my band, but there just aren't that many of us. It's mostly men.
Well, let me tell you, one time I was in a band.
Yeah.
It was all females.
Yeah.
And I was the only male.
How did you get all the girls and I got all the guys?
Well, they were lesbians.
Oh,
And that's not
you
a
got
joke.
shut out. You
That's
told me
not
that
a- Block.
Yeah. Something that rhymes with blocked.
Black turn.
Yeah.
Blocked.
Blocked. Right.
So you go out and play with all these musicians all over. You've got a really nice event coming up in Lafayette.
Yes.
But they changed it up. This year they went to
They
all the
did.
venues.
They did.
Which is,
yeah.
I don't think that's so fun.
Well, this is the first year event for them because
Mhm.
the one that you're probably thinking of that we've done in the past is the Art Night Out, and that's a big art show with amazing artists. I love playing at that. We played that the month before and it got rained out. So
So they
we
want
just
to go inside.
Yeah, but Nice, this
Nice
new
is
we're playing at Nice's, and there
And
are
Nice's is
a lot of
beautiful.
venues involved.
Yes, yes.
Nice's is beautiful. It's the new Nice's. The old one was a block from my house, so
Oh, yes.
I could just like step
Go
all
there.
over it. But now they're on 287,
Yeah.
bigger room, great
Nice.
sound system. Like I've always liked the way they handle
The way it's done.
everything. But the Lafayette Music Fest is a brand new festival because I think, everybody had fantasized about it for a long time. It's a big enough
And it's
town.
it's
that they
tomorrow.
need
It's
one.
this weekend, right?
It's tomorrow.
Are you
yeah.
excited about it? It seems like
So
you're really
ex-
excited about
I'm
it.
over the moon because it's like every single person in the band except Eric Ambrosiano, who's our drummer.
Right.
Every other person is a guest.
Serious.
Every one of them, yeah.
And it's going to be nice, right? Cass, you've been playing with a lot of different musicians and a lot of different bands. And we talked about this, about getting Jelly Bean if you go step in with another group or go play
Yeah.
with somebody else, because
Yeah.
it gets kind of intimate when you play with somebody because the music is so intimate to play.
Yeah.
There's so much feeling in there, and they see you
There is.
go off and who are you playing with, Cass?
Well, yeah, I mean, this used to happen in versions of the old band. If you go play with another band or sit in, people start getting nervous. Like, are
Because you may leave the
are you
band.
cheating on me?
You
But it's
cheating
not
on me?
like that. I mean, everybody in music is pretty creative. Everybody I know who's
So
doing
cool.
this they have multiple projects, and we all bring our flavor into the room, and it's good to do other projects and get out of your comfort zone.
And you've been doing all kinds of cool projects. You were over there at the shore over in Cherry Creek doing some
Yeah.
projects. Also
Yeah.
at the Arvada Center for the Performing Arts, you did some really nice things there too.
Thank you.
Tell us about that. And those are different types of projects that you got involved in that
Yeah.
really kind of expanded your music capabilities of what you were doing.
Yeah, both as a band, but also we discovered, a while back that the whole booking scene, the organizations that were booking artists were often taking a little more of the slice of the pie than we were comfortable with, and so we started our own booking company called Swoop. Swoop Presents. It's me and Eric Ambrosiano, who's our drummer, and we started booking bands at various venues and festivals, and really taking less of the cut for ourselves.
Right,
really
yeah.
making sure a lot of it gets to the artists. Most of it gets to the artists. So.
How do you like booking bands? Is this your first time at booking bands?
Really, Eric does the booking side, and I do a lot of the business and promotion with him. So, I like it. I mean, it's fun booking your friends and knowing the music is going to be great. Yeah, when you want to play. Let's book you for 2023. I love it. I think it's just another aspect, and also, it helped me as a musician because I could see all of a sudden through the lens of a booking agent, and I could see, this is the problem that we've been dealing with. A lot of booking agents are booking bands that do nothing but cover music.
Right.
Basically the wedding band thing. And there's nothing wrong with that, but there's just so much amazing music in the scene in Colorado that people don't know about because they're still going to hear cover tunes. And we wanted to change that. And so I could see, though, once I was booking, there are people who just want that, and that's okay. And then, there is also a way to educate people gradually and help them to see this new band, which then becomes, it's in their vocabulary, and they might love that music. And
like
they
the
didn't
Cass
know it.
Clayton band. Your band has gotten really popular. It really has. I see a lot of places, and I got to see you over here at the North Glen E.B. Rains Park thing. That was really cool.
So much
and then you go, you do all these other things. You're in the mountains.
Yeah.
Winter Park's so cool.
Oh.
Isn't that a nice
I
place
used to
go
live there.
Did you really?
Like in high school.
Serious?
Yeah, just for 2 years in high school.
Isn't that nice? Winter Park's so cool.
We were just up to
so
many
skiing,
shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, well, most of them are pretty innocent.
You had to throw that in there.
Yeah, well, like that's just for my daughter's sake, in case you're watching. We never got in any trouble. We did nothing wrong. I just actually got together with all those high school friends a couple weeks ago.
Oh, did you really?
We all
I've
met
seen
in the
that, yeah.
mountains, and we had a great time. It was just.
Now there were shenanigans then.
Yeah, well, now we're all just like, I don't know what
We're
happened.
mature enough, we
We're
can
much
handle
less
this.
fun than we used to be.
I got that.
Yeah. Well, we're
if
fun
you're in
our
a
own
band,
way.
you're entertaining still. You're still having a good time.
No, we are. These people are amazing. I'm so grateful to still know people from high school.
And then here's another thing that you've just done. You moved into another house.
Yes.
And that's a lot of work.
Yeah,
We're
renovating it right now.
Yeah, so it's like
it's like a dustbin in there. I mean, we're living in it while it's down to studs.
You cough and all this dust comes out.
Kinda.
Go make some food. What's in this? Sawdust.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sawdust burrito.
In about a month, it'll be.
Totally done.
No, no. I wish. But thanks for thinking that. That would be great. But it'll be to where we have like wood floors instead of walking on particle board. Like it'll be like a house, but it will be done for a while.
Wow. And that's a project in itself. Now, you've got all these things going on, plus you're playing in the band. When do you have time to rehearse? I don't say practice, you know that?
Yeah.
I say rehearse.
Well, practice, like, it's two different things.
Yeah, that's
right?
what a lot of people don't know that,
right.
yes. And so when you practice on your own, you practice your skill.
Yeah.
But then you go rehearse. With your group. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't always rehearse because the band is pretty locked in, but and we played together long enough that we don't always rehearse. And I think for this show we did because it's all guests.
Yeah. So
and I was nervous.
Yeah,
I'm more nervous than I've been in a long time.
But Cass, you're playing with a lot of seriously seasoned musicians.
They're all
when they're all seasoned.
Amazing.
It's like,
they're so
Cass,
amazing.
try it over, babe.
I'm totally the greenest one in the room every day. It's very true.
A lot of people don't know how green you really are in the music field of playing and jamming. Because it's only been, 6, 7 years?
7 years. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 7 years in the business.
7 years we've been doing this.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was just going to sing cover songs.
You
That's
have it
all I
in
wanna
you.
do.
That's what happened. It was like built into you and you think, whoa.
Everybody has this thing that, we don't know what it is until it just pings you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can either say yes or no. And if you say no, it'll keep pinging you, I believe.
It'll keep pinging you.
Yeah. But
you wake up and
luckily, I just fell right into it, and it was really, it never stopped. It just grew and grew and grew, and it just.
And there was somebody who introduced me to you. I think somebody brought you to us.
Yeah.
I forgot
Who was that? Because I remember
who
meeting
was
you for
it.
the first time.
Was it Debbie Miller? No.
Maybe.
Could have been somebody else, but I remember they brought you here, and I thought, hey, cool. And you were barely starting off. It was only 3 years into it, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was probably just writing our very first songs.
ones. Yes, I remember. And then I sent Steve a couple of times to go check you guys out. Steve will.
Oh, I love that guy.
He loves to go all over and check everything out.
He's amazing.
He always is posting up with all these famous people, and I always say, "Who's that there with Steve?"
Steve, he does. He gets out. He is,
does.
and he's just. I love him because, and I follow him on social media too. He's very real. If he's having a bad day, he'll just tell you, "I'm like having a bad day." I always fake it, and I shouldn't fake it. I should tell people, "Yeah, it's a terrible day."
You walked in. I mean, you were having a bad day when you walked in. You gave me a knee to the stomach. What are you bringing me in here at this time? It's okay, Cass. Okay.
I
Fine now.
never do that.
No, just kidding.
But actually, I'm having a great day.
No.
Because I'm so excited about
There's always a
cool.
good. We wouldn't say.
I never have a bad day when I come in here. I always know we're going to laugh the whole time.
It's fun. And Steve went out to do. I think he went to go hear the daughter of B.B. King.
Oh.
I don't know if you got to see that. We had the daughter of B.B. King in here.
No.
Yes. And
I'll replay that.
yeah, and so
Amazing.
she was in here. She went and did several. She went and did the Boulder Dinner Theater. She went and did Dazzle. And she had this going all over. And so Steve went to Dazzle.
Good for
And
him.
so when she left, she goes, she's looking at me like.
She's like, oh, I got a live one.
Yeah,
she didn't know what she was getting into. She
Yeah,
thought
well,
she was
see, they
going
gave
to
me-
another boring radio show. She didn't
Yeah,
know.
they're good. Well, they sent me the itinerary, what I could ask and what I couldn't ask. And of course, you know how I am. You want to have a quality show, so you ask those questions they don't want you to ask.
Yes.
And so,
What fun would it be?
Yeah, no, so the manager was over. I asked her, well, what made you get a divorce? Divorce.
What's divorce? Does my husband know?
Yeah, she in her travels and stuff. I guess he didn't like it. So, and
It's
we were
hard,
talking
it's
about this,
hard,
and let's talk
yeah.
about this because we were
Yeah.
talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
You say your husband isn't jelly bean,
Nope, he's not a jealous person. He's just not.
and we talked about this.
So
that I
lucky.
said
So
sometimes,
lucky.
sometimes there's that one guy that he's jelly. See, that's what I was telling you.
Yeah,
There's that one that he will be jelly of, and
it could happen.
see, I just told you about.
You know
that.
what? If it did happen,
It could happen.
He's just so. I feel like
What's
he
he doing
handled
here?
it so
I don't know.
elegantly.
I don't know why he's there.
I don't know. It's just
I don't know
Henry.
why.
It's
It's
Henry.
Henry.
He'll be the first one he's ever been jealous of. It's gonna be Henry. I feel
It's
it.
gonna be Henry.
Troublemaker.
The trouble.
I'm
Well,
just
yeah,
kidding.
no, it's fun though.
He's just not, and he does see me in all kinds of situations, and he also knows
And he
that
asks you.
there are weird things that happen in this industry
Tell
that
me about
are.
some of the cool ones.
Well, I had like somebody's manager one time who sent me some like naked pictures.
No, sir.
Unsolicited, obviously.
No, sir. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, it was
No,
like.
sir. He was like.
Oh
"What?"
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was funny.
And did you write back? I'm sorry.
I was like, you know, my daughter uses this phone sometimes.
You
He's
should
like,
send him back.
and that was
"Oh,
all I had
I'm
to say.
so sorry. I've seen everything. I'm sorry.
Is that it? No, just
Is
kidding.
that it? That's all you got.
See, that's what you would do. You just like be funny and you'd shame somebody, but and I don't take
I would
it
shame.
seriously.
I don't
mean,
shame nobody.
people
I don't
don't-
get those kind of pictures.
Really? No. I
That was
it's
a lot,
very
really.
rare. People are so cool most of the time. It's like anything. If you're in any business, this could happen. And I think the music industry has cleaned itself up quite a bit compared to the 70s. I wasn't around doing it in the 70s, but I've heard the stories. So
I've heard those stories. Shit. Okay. So let's get back to this other one. Okay, so now
Yeah.
some of these other situations that you've been in, you travel with a lot of men. They're all band
Yeah.
members, and
Yeah.
have you had? I'm sure in the band they start taking a liking to you. There's maybe one or two
We're
that get.
all just really good friends.
So it's all good.
Yeah.
And that's
I
what's
think
nice, yeah.
so. Yeah, I mean.
I hope so.
I mean, I don't think that there's ever been anything that's gotten. The guys I play with are so cool. You kind of know. You kind of know right away if somebody's going to be an amazing. Like these are like family members to me, and so. Yeah, I mean, I will say that just the nature of music, it's sensual, and there is something that is like sensual about just playing music on stage, and so we're like all in love with each other. It's like, yes, I love these guys. I
I like the way you
feel like
said
they
that.
love me.
It's all sensual on stage.
Yeah, I mean, there would be no chemistry if there wasn't. So,
Yeah, go on.
And you know, that's the trick. It's like this is why so many people probably end up doing
Hooking up
things,
and stuff.
hooking up. Yeah, this is because it is very. It's like the music is sensual. It's sexy music. But I don't think that we should be ashamed of it. I actually think our sexual energy is what's the creativity is coming from. Like it's got to come from somewhere. It comes up through your heart.
And that's why she draws so many people, and they're mainly men if you go watch.
No, we're
Sexual energy.
50-50. It took me ages to get the women out, you know, and now we're really finally 50-50.
Serious. Well, you were drawing all the men, so all the women are showing up for the men.
That's hilarious. I don't know. I hope they're showing up for the music, but whatever people are coming for, they're having a good time.
Well, you have a great stage presence. You know, there's a lot of pictures out there that you have great stage presence, and you know how to post up there online, and you know how to post the right pictures. It just you know how to promote yourself, and that's what's really good. That's essential. Making your music go, making it come alive. You did something for a soundtrack. And tell us about that. That's really cool.
A soundtrack for.
I seen it for.
We're All Going Down.
Something, yeah. Or was it? It was just a video or something.
Oh, it's a video. It's a music video, but it looks like a movie.
Yeah, it looks like a movie. But
it looks like a movie, and We're All Going Down is a song that. You know, it's written about. It's about false authority. I mean, you know me. I can't have anybody telling me what to do. That's why I'm a musician.
I know. I
so
try to do that when
in
you walk in. You get out there, you're going to get another one in the stomach.
No. Oh, I just love you so much, and I love coming in and talking with you, and it's. I mean, but I don't follow rules very well because most of them don't make any sense. And
I say that too. You know, sometimes what is this about? You know.
Yeah.
Just like okay, so I got pulled over by the police the other day, and I was drinking. He walks up to the car. Yes, I'll suffer. He goes, sir, step out of the car. No, I'm too fucked up. You get in, sit down. I'm too fucked up. So I don't follow rules too easily.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're hilarious.
So you've got to watch out for that. So
you do.
Well, don't drink and drive, or you'll have a cop as a chaser.
Straight no chaser.
Straight no chaser.
Oh my gosh.
And so, you know, now that you've got it going pretty good, you're going to do the big festival tomorrow. What time do you guys go on?
We go on at 2:30 at Macy's, that's their main stage tomorrow. All the venues are in Lafayette are participating.
And it's
so
only,
I
think it's $45 for the wristband. You can go see everybody.
All the bands, you can see everybody, and they have a shuttle, so you can, you know, I always like to tell people that, so you can party and still shuttle around.
And that's another thing.
Which is important because Lafayette's a little spread out.
Yeah, you got to be careful because if you drink too much, you want to take a bus or take a shuttle or whatever. I was downtown drinking. I took the bus home. I parked it. I was able to park it on. I parked it over on the other street.
Yeah.
I did never know. I know how to drive a bus.
You learned fast, didn't you? Oh my gosh. Crazy boy. Crazy man. You crazy man.
Boys are like those pictures you've got.
I know. So you're like, there's a big difference between the boys and the men.
That's so funny. I can't believe that you would, but there's a lot of men that do that. They get so excited with how you look and what you're doing. Yeah, they get excited. Yeah, they get excited. Say,
I don't know
would you
about
want
that.
this?
I don't know about that.
do.
I'm really like everybody's friend. I don't think people think of me that way that much. Do you? I don't know. I'm like everybody's buddy.
I had a discussion with, I can't say she's somebody who, well, anyway, we were talking about this, and we always talk about this, so, we were talking about men and women always, they're meant to be together at one point in their lives. You know, that's just the way it works.
It's exactly.
And she was arguing the fact that, no, we women don't need you men, and I go, okay.
Was
so,
she really?
Yes.
Oh, I've always been real clear that I do.
Yeah. It was so interesting. So I go there with her. Of course, no, yeah, let's go there, man.
Yeah.
I go, us men are nothing without you. I know this. Well, so you found out something about me.
Yeah.
So that's part of life. I told her this is life.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the beautiful thing. It's yin yang.
Yes.
It's why we're on this planet.
It's yin yang.
Yin yang. I don't
I've
know
never
which one
done yin yang. It's new.
It's illegal in 47 states. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, you're not.
No, I'm not.
Steve,
I was like, watching.
Watching yourself be late.
No, but I've worked my whole life to get any kind of balance within myself that is more masculine, because I was always so far off to the feminine side that I wasn't really
So you're a girl,
able
right?
to assert myself very well.
Real
yeah.
girly.
And I had
And
to
you're still
learn.
like that.
I'm very much like that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty girly. I mean, I like male energy because it balances me out, but I have had to learn how to have like a little bit of an authoritative side, a little bit of
Like when you
having
walked
good
in and gave me a boot to the
boundaries
belly.
Like
That's
that.
my story.
That's his story.
And
Don't
it wasn't
listen
like
to
that.
him.
I know it wasn't
Don't
even
listen
like
to
that.
him. It never happened.
It never happened.
Everything he says is just for laughs.
So if you're with a chick in bed, Henry, I know you're just for laughs.
Oh, ouch.
It's funny. But, as you progress in your music business, how far do you think you're going to take the promoting and stuff?
Oh, I guess as far as it wants to
difficult,
go.
isn't it?
It is. I mean, the part that is like the least fun is the promotion part.
Yeah,
and that's
promoting
the
is-
most time consuming.
And the one that costs the most, and the one that
And
you
it
can
costs
lose
the
the most
most.
on.
Yes, yeah.
And there's all
of
these
it.
variables.
All of it.
Mhm.
I mean, the biggest challenge is Spotify is so important now.
Yeah.
People have to follow you on Spotify, and I'm terrible at asking people to do that, but we have to. We have to tell people to follow us because it makes a difference in who books you, what clubs you get into, what festivals you're getting into, and so. Even if people are buying your albums or listening on YouTube or whatever, it's still, you have to push yourself all the time. And I'm not a very good self-promoter. It's not the fun part. But
I would contest that. You are. You do a fine job.
I do what I'm meant to do, like what I'm supposed to do, and I'm learning. I mean, it's a never-ending learning curve because it changes all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, but I'll take it as far as it wants to go, and it seems like it's just always growing. So,
Excuse me.
bless you.
I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, it's
That
fall.
felt great.
The leaves are getting ready to fall. So.
Yes, and I've
Allergies.
always said this. I don't know if you like this one. For every season, the human changes.
I agree.
So, like,
I agree.
we're going into the fall season. We all
I agree.
change, and we all go through these changes.
Yes.
And so winter
I
comes, we all
absolutely
change.
agree.
Spring comes,
Yeah.
and everybody says, that's
Yeah.
when you have babies. That's when you get pregnant. No, you can get pregnant at any time.
You can get pregnant at any time, but the animals do plan it out that way. Like
Yes.
they're more connected with nature. And I've been following. You don't know about my more esoteric side, but
Well, let's hear it.
Okay, all right.
The
Henry.
esoteric side.
I've been following the Mayan calendar for a really long time
I got
because
this beautiful calendar
You
made
do?
out of turquoise. The Mayan calendar.
you
It's
do.
beautiful.
It's
It's
so
big.
important. It's so much more accurate in
Yes, and the way
following the flow of things. And so every day I look at what is the day for the Mayan calendar, and because the energies return, and so the Mayan calendar is more like a circle and
Yes.
it spirals, and if those patterns return. So where it's helpful is, let's say that I know I need to promote a new project, and I wake up one day and I'm just like, God, I'm just not feeling it today.
And you could tell.
And you can tell, and in the Mayan calendar, it will show you, oh, this is a day for reflection.
And just sitting back.
Don't
and
push
thinking.
it.
Mhm.
and it makes you feel less guilty because
Yes.
you're in the flow, and it's very validating for the flow of life and how we are all connected with nature and the seasons. And I love that. I really follow it closely. And a lot of other stuff.
Slower. I'm a little slow here. Just kidding.
Oh, I love that.
Well, now tell us some more about that, because when you follow, and everybody knows this, sometimes when you follow these kind of things, instead of the way they have this set up, the way get up, go to work, get in your car, get in your car that you owe on to this job that you have to make money for somebody else to stay out of this house you're paying a mortgage on, stay out of that house for 8-9 hours a day, that it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
And
it doesn't.
Everybody eats McDonald's and Whoppers and Chipotle, and
then we get sick. I mean,
I think
humanity is starting to actually realize
and
that
you walk in the front door, it's $7,000 to go see the doctor. No, it's $8,000 because you didn't pay on time.
Yeah, and insurance only covers this little tiny bit.
If it does.
I mean, all of these are, in my opinion, the suffering of humanity is a big trick, because, and I really mean that, it's a dirty trick that was played on humanity by the elite and very, very rich people. And when I say very rich, because I'm pro-wealth. I'm pro-prosperity. I believe everyone should have wealth and prosperity. But when a few billionaires, and I'm talking not a person who just has $1 billion even, which is a lot of money.
100 billion.
I'm talking 100 billion, 50 billion, 20 billion. To get that kind of money, you're usually stepping on humanity all the way and stealing from everyone. And that's what's been happening for thousands of years. And it really has to stop, because humanity is figuring it out.
You can tell.
You can tell.
Everybody's figuring out.
Everybody's
I'm not going to work. Why aren't you going to work?
Mm-hmm.
Aren't we paying you enough?
No.
I just don't have
Not really. No.
I'm not going to be a debt slave to you.
A debt slave is a really good word. In fact, the word mortgage means
the word
death. And death.
Yeah.
It's like a death lock.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's very intentional, and I am, like a lot of the music that I've been writing, we always insert songs in there that
you have to have.
They're like little codes and keys about the awakening of humanity.
So you're going to try to awaken me.
No, you're already awake.
No, I'm going to put you to sleep.
You can't awaken the awakened.
Then you're going to put me to sleep,
I
right?
tried to stay asleep for a while. No, I didn't. I was actually trying to awaken. I was trying to have some kind of self-realization event from the time I was about 20 years old.
You're what, 24 now?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I love it here. It's good for my self-esteem, Harry. And I read hundreds of books, and I'm not stretching that. I read, anybody who was an enlightened master, I read those books.
And it's good to read those books, because
Yeah.
you can pick things up, and then you'll even go back to, how did I miss this in that book?
Yes.
And you reread it and you think, hey, this is really good stuff, and you can reuse it. And you
I
see
agree.
all these things that people talk about.
Yeah.
There's so many people out there doing such good things for humanity.
So
and you can
many
listen
people
to them.
who love
You can,
humanity.
yes, and what it's all about, like what's going on in the Ukraine in that area.
Yeah.
It's like, that is absolutely retard, old school, nonsensical crap.
I know. And there are a lot of lies around it, and it's
big time
I
lies.
guess I mean, in terms of the regular, mainstream media, almost virtually nothing is true.
That's right.
Virtually nothing.
Now here's what I think is so stupid about that war.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so.
Yeah.
When the United States says we're going to help the Ukraine by giving them $4 billion worth of arms, no, you're giving all that money to these people here in the United States to manufacture all this crap to go sell it to them.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
That's what they're doing. You're so smart.
It's not.
It's not about that, and it's never about what it looks like. It's always there's always like a shred of truth surrounded by 99% lies,
bullshit.
And it's always about money.
Yes.
Of course.
And then the food, they make sure to get a hold of your food to, like you said, keep you just give you food-like product.
A food-like product. Yes.
And then you're with the doctor. I'm sorry, that's going to cost you $10,000 to look at.
Yeah, and then you get wrapped up into the medical system.
Yeah,
that's another way to make money. So everything kind of works together, and
then you go
people
out.
are starting to understand. Oh, and they're checking out of the system. They're starting to find ways to know their neighbors, create smaller communities, get really interested in local law, local politics on the community level is kind of where it's at.
Are you running for?
No. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the pictures that would come out from my 20s? Like, oh, wait, was that Cass dancing on a table? Yes, it is.
You know how they do.
Vote for me. I'm your girl.
Those political ads and stuff.
I wouldn't last a second. Yeah. Hey, the fun girl. I'm the fun girl, not the political girl.
The fun girl, not the political girl. But you know how they do those things. It's like some of those ads are like so bizarre, and then they come out and say, "I am so and so, and I approve this message." You're approving your own shit. You know,
yeah, of course you approve the message.
Yeah. Dirt.
Like, yeah, we don't even turn the TV on in that season, right? Like, because nobody wants to watch the ads anymore.
Just
and nobody
see the
believes
movie.
it anymore. I think a few people believe it, but enough don't that it's almost irrelevant. I think we're just creating, there's no reason to fight it, just create the new world and just blaze through it. That's what's really going on.
Word on the street, you're a great dancer. You love to dance.
It's all lies. I'm terrible. The worst.
I want to bring that out.
I see.
It's like a dirty
trick.
It's like a dirty trick. It was.
I bet you can dance. I know you can.
I love to dance.
Oh,
Yeah.
see?
Yes,
Everybody's got a talent, and that's not mine.
That's not mine.
No, I wish. I would love to be able to dance. Oh,
You don't dance?
I'm terrible. No.
You don't go out dancing?
I mean, I will. If all my friends are going out dancing, I would go out dancing. But it would be just, people would feel sorry for me.
Now, we were talking about your husband. Does he go out and see your band a lot, or very rare?
He used to come out a lot, but you know, he's seen us so many times now, and yeah, not always now.
It just seemed like it'd be fun.
He does. He brings friends. He does really enjoy it. He loves the music. He's like our
And he brags
biggest
about
supporter.
you and stuff.
He does. So,
That's my gal. Oh, sure it is. Yeah, it is. That's my girl. Aw, dude, quit tripping. Take that drink away from him.
No, he's one of those people who, it's not just with me, he's supportive of, he's a real team player. He ran companies for years, and I think his greatest strength was just like, he would figure out who is great at what and just let them run their show.
With that, whatever.
Yeah, he trusts people.
So he trusts you being
loves
as
building
good as you are.
teams.
As good as you are, he trusts you out there jamming in the band.
He does, yeah.
And so your band, the name of your band is the Cass Clayton Band.
It is.
How does that feel?
Weird, still.
Oh, does it really?
It does, even still. Like, I mean,
You never did it. Okay, when you were younger, you never did envision this as you were going to get older, that this was going to happen to you.
well, actually, strangely, when I was really little, I always saw this.
Oh, really? So that
Always.
was your calling.
It was.
It's pinging you.
It was, and then I got more logical. Like, by the time I was, 11, 12, 13, I knew, like, just from growing up in the Midwest, people don't do that for a living. That's crazy talk. So I just literally shelved that and never looked at it again. All through college, nothing. And then much later, it just happened, but it's weird that I did see it as a kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to pan into you real close here so we can get
Uh-oh.
You'll see it come up there.
Can everybody see mine?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
So, I'm going to ask you a question now. So I'm going to say, okay, so how do you prepare for your gigs? For your clothing, for your hair, everything?
I mean, I know people will laugh when I say this, and people won't believe me, but I really don't spend a lot of time with my clothes and my hair. I don't. This is a pajama top that I found in a thrift store. I'm not joking. I found it at a thrift store, and it hadn't been worn before, so I bought it. I love finding secondhand stuff. I just feel like I won the lottery.
So you came in your pajamas?
I came in my pajamas. I do, like, okay, my hair is probably the highest maintenance part about me. I put my makeup on like 10 minutes, and I just go.
And you're ready.
And I'm ready, but I do warm my voice up for quite a while, because, you gotta protect your voice.
You have to. That's
Yeah.
part of it. Because if you get up there and you strain your vocal cords, man,
Yeah.
that could be harmful, because
Yeah.
it'll hurt thereafter for your next gigs. Because you'll have multiple gigs Friday, Saturday, or Sunday sometimes, and if you don't watch it, you won't be
Yeah.
very good for Sunday. You'll be going,
Absolutely, absolutely. And if you get a cold or something, you really have to be careful. But and that's why I'm so careful with health and nutrition most of the time. Now, I'm totally the person who will order nachos and it's not
Scarf up.
anybody who, I just want to clarify that, because if anybody who knows me is listening and I say that I'm careful with my health, they will laugh because they've all done tequila shots with me. They've all had like junk food with me. But, that's like on a night out, and then I try to keep it clean just for my voice.
Keep it
My
clean.
voice has kind of kept me mostly in line. And my daughter.
I've got a really nice song of yours that I want to play.
Aw.
And if you don't mind, I'm going to throw it up here in about 3 minutes.
Okay,
And
I would love to.
I didn't put the name on it, but it's the new one.
It's the new one. It's We're All Going Down. So that song, that song must have been building up in me for a long time. It was.
I think that's the one. I think I got the right one. It was
Is
off
that
your
one?
Facebook page.
Yeah, that's the one. The newest one that's on the top. Yeah. We're All
If it's not
Going
the right
Down
one,
is
I'm
really
sorry.
about a preacher, like a traveling preacher. My grandma, she loved church. She loved it when the preacher dropped in.
It was cute.
No, he wasn't, as I recall. I didn't like one of her preachers. One of her preachers I adored, and then he moved on, and then the church sent another one, and wasn't really a big fan of this guy. He was a little bit smarmy.
He was what?
Smarmy. You know that word? That's old. That's
Well,
old.
help me out with it. Come on, I didn't use smarmy.
He was just kind of like, his wife was afraid of him. He was kind of greasy.
His
I don't
wife
know.
was afraid of him?
Yeah.
His own
Yeah.
wife? Well, why was she with him?
I don't know. They had like 6 kids.
That's why she was afraid of not another one.
No more. Yeah. So I always wanted to write a song about how preachers have this false authority, and unless they're doing the inner work, they don't deserve it. But it's really, for me, it extends to this idea that we're all going down. We all have things we need to clean up within ourselves. We all, the preacher too, everybody. And this idea that somebody can tell us what to do always has to be vetted against our inner authority. I'm really big on that. I spend a lot of time in meditation before I make big decisions. I don't
So how long
listen
did
to
you
authority.
spend before you made the big decision to come here?
Oh, that's like 30 milliseconds.
Sure, Henry.
It's always yes.
Let's get
It's
this
always
done,
yes.
dude.
I actually do make a lot of split-second intuitive decisions too. But if it's important, or if it's like something that somebody's telling everybody they have to do something, I always check it out within first to see if it's right or if it feels correct.
We're going to play a commercial for an event that's happening this weekend, and then we're going to get into a song by Cass Clayton, and we'll turn it up a little bit, but we're going to turn down our vocals in here so that it doesn't rotate on the feed, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to turn down our vocals in here, and we will hear this up here loud.
And Centric Pride Entertainment presents the I Love the 80s and 90s Flashback Party.
This is a flashback party happening this weekend, so you can hear it live on the air right now, but you can't hear it with this here. We're monitoring it, but you can't hear it.
They can't hear it. Okay.
They can hear it now.
They hear it out there. Yeah, that's
They're
right.
not hearing it.
That didn't hear us.
They hear the live feed.
Uh-huh.
Saturday, October 8th, at the
And these also come out in 2011. Yeah, all these different
Sale now.
musicians and bands. Brings in some big names, brings in some of the local bands.
I heard his name. I don't know him
The Hot
personally.
Lunch Band.
Yeah.
But I promised to give out his tickets are already gone. We're giving away free tickets to the KUHS table. There's 20 tickets that we gave out. You get to sit at the VIP KUHS table. And so we give those, they went like,
Oh, I bet. I bet.
guess what they had to do?
What?
Name the
Oh,
guitars.
this is a different song.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you. I don't think I got the right one.
That's okay. That's okay. It's a good song. I love this song. It's actually the title song of our last album.
Yes, so I said I grabbed the wrong one.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That was my fault. I should have gotten
I sent you a message to bring your music with you.
Oh, I never saw it. That's totally my fault. I never saw it. I'm so sorry.
But it's still
Yeah, I do.
yeah.
I still love this song. This song has been really blowing up over the last couple of years.
All your songs are great. I mean, we have you on the rotation. Steve Stalzy plays your stuff from time to time. I mean, it's on the rotation because it'll go into Europe or it'll go into other areas that people just pick it up. Some areas it doesn't, like in the Midwest, Arkansas, the Midwest. It's really big on Oklahoma, down to Texas. We can tell.
Yeah,
Now, go over
that's
this
so
with you so you can see who's listening to us right now.
Oh, cool.
And we're at this amount of people right now.
Oh my gosh, that's huge.
And so we got, of course, Toronto, that's in Denver, Amsterdam, Norman, Oklahoma,
Yeah.
Seattle, Washington, Oregon, North Carolina, Florida. So you're having a good time today, actually. And these
This
are,
is so cool.
I've showed you this before.
Yeah, I love it. And it's like real time.
This is really getting big, huge. We added Australia. Yes. We added Australia, which brought us huge volume of people.
Wow.
It's taken a long time.
We've got so much programming. I mean, you've got something for everyone.
And that's what it took.
It's,
so.
yes, yeah.
And then I bring Cass Clayton, which is boom. See?
I really am great. So I was like, they're just like showing us
Yeah,
chit chatting.
well, it's live. This is us
So
live.
cool. Yeah,
This
that's
is us live.
Yeah.
Except it's delayed, so you can kind of check yourself out.
Yeah.
See where you hit me right there? I'm captured. So it's been a lot of fun for you, Cass, and your future plans.
Oh my gosh. I mean, we've got more music coming out soon. We're in the studio again.
Nice.
And we're already booking next year, so it's just, it happens so fast. I'm like, how are we already booking for next year?
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
It's like
And some people are
2023,
completely,
yes.
yeah, some people are booking next year and it's all done.
It's so cool, yeah. We're seeing a lot of that coming in. People are planning New Year's Eve events, they're planning Valentine's Day events.
Yes.
I'm saying, well, okay, let's do this. It's interesting to watch it all go down. So we know ahead of time what's going to happen. People are planning stuff because they come to us and let's set this up, let's set this up. We go all these different routes. We got 3 country shows here, which are really
So
cool.
cool.
Yeah, so we have.
Tune into those. I just started getting into country a little bit.
Yeah, it's really good music. There's a variable of it, so we see a lot of that coming through here. And they do it out of Australia. They've got a country show there. They've got one out of Arkansas, one out of Missouri. So it's like, it's really neat.
That's amazing. My brother is living with us right now, and he just went to hear a country show at Red Rocks the other day. Tyler Childers,
Really?
and who I really like. I tend to like old school country, but this guy's great. I actually like some of the new stuff too. Ashley McBride.
So now we're going to go back on live on the air with Cass Clayton, and that was her song. Boy, tell us about that song. It was off your last album, but I tried to pick it up
Yeah.
offline as quick as I could, but I got the wrong one.
That's okay. It's actually one of my favorite songs, and it's the cover song of the last album called Play Nice. And honestly, it is a song about the sensuality of music, what we were talking about earlier. Yeah,
I like
it's
that
like
word.
play nice. I see you walk in, get a gin, find your place at the bar. But it's about, I mean, it's kind in a weird way. It's about meeting somebody in a live music setting, falling in love with the music.
Oh, I thought you meant falling in love with them.
But it is it is a little bit about a one night stand.
I had a one night stand, but I need another one so I can put lamps on them.
Me too. That's the only kind I'm having too.
Got out of that.
I mean, I've never
So
been big on the one night stand idea. That song.
Have you ever had
does-
a one night stand? Oh!
Well,
Yeah, you're
I'm
gonna like
lying
this
if I
one.
said I hadn't. I did have one in college. It was an accident, but I actually don't believe in casual sex. I don't think it really exists for me. It's just not a casual activity for me. So that's why it doesn't work for me. Tell me more.
Tell me more. I know.
But yeah, I think, oh my God,
That's
I
what I was
kind
doing.
of feel sorry for anybody who hasn't had one because, it's a learning lesson, It could be good, but it wasn't a great thing for me. I don't think it's my thing. I don't know. I tend to go deep with people. Like, I tend to, like, really need to understand people.
Real good before, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's a really intimate thing, obviously. So,
I like that.
yeah, yeah.
And that, I've always said that too.
I know. You and I have talked about it once before. And
see, aguapi
yeah.
and unconditional and
Yeah.
divine types.
Divine types. Yes. Yes.
And we
That's
know
it.
about this.
Yes. This is like a major ecstatic energy exchange
Yes.
if it's done correctly. You know, even bad sex can be good, but like when
When you
it's
take
like
it to
that,
a different
yeah.
level, you got to go to those levels, and a lot of
Yeah.
people don't understand those levels.
No, or
It's
you
just-
don't know they exist.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah.
A lot of men don't know that they exist at all.
Right,
They
right.
think it's slam bam, thank you ma'am, lay over, go to sleep, and they're done.
Totally. I don't know what to say to that. I mean, luckily, I have not been in that situation lately. I've been married for a really long time, so I know myself very well. But I have talked to women who are young, who have a lot of like partners, and not in a judgmental way, but just cautioning that your energy field is like really important, and
It's got to be very important to you. If you don't understand that, the energies are important in your life because you know you've got your subsets, which are your spiritual, which are your soul. And if you have your soulful connection and your spiritual connection, and you do it properly, there's this whole other level.
Yeah.
That's when it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, we talked about this before, and a lot of people don't understand that. They
Well, it's been kind of like trained out of people. It's
it has
actually
been completely.
It's kind of the porn culture has like sold people this like
Slam,
this
bam, thank you.
thing that doesn't really.
Even
I know somebody who was
is
in the
porn?
Yeah, who was for a really long time.
Well, look I'm out of it now.
Other than you.
Just kidding.
And he said that it's not all it's cracked up to be. It's not like they're having a great time. Like.
And then they went to high
gender.
def, and then it showed all the zits on your ass and everything. I didn't mean to say that. I didn't say that. You can't be talking like this.
See how I am? This always happens. But no, it's like it's not all it's cracked up to be. It's not the way things really are. It's not really that great.
No.
Yeah.
And you know, like I said, when you get with somebody, you got to feel that energy. You got to feel that vibe. They call it vibes.
Harmony.
Yeah.
Just like music, it's harmony.
Yes, and if there's no harmony, there's no pleasure, there's no divinity of any sort. You're not there. You're just the one that's standing.
Right. Not to say it can't be a ton of fun. It doesn't have to be like it doesn't have to be like oh my no. That's not what I'm saying at all.
Well, tell us what you are saying.
But I mean,
take your time.
I'm just saying, like, sometimes when I talk about something like that, which I very rarely do, I don't know how it comes out on your show, it just does. But we always end up touching on this subject.
Well, you have to
which
because
is
it's
funny.
interesting. People like to hear this, and they say, "Did you hear what she said?"
It's an important part of life.
Did you check it out?
Is.
Then okay, let's go review it.
Well, it's our creativity, so it's so important. But I think sometimes people, when I say something like this, they think, "Oh, well, she's just kind of locked down and prudish," which is.
Completely.
It's absolutely, completely the opposite. I'm
Because they don't
about
understand
completely breaking all the rules and unlocking yourself, and you can really only do that with somebody that you really know.
Yeah.
And there's a really great connection because ultimately it is like it's going to be a lot of fun, but you're going to have to let go to have the fun.
That's right, and a lot of people don't understand that.
No.
And so when you get with somebody who you have that perfect connection, that they try to say soulmates. Well, yeah, yes and no. It's more of an entwine.
Yeah.
When you can entwine.
Yeah.
And connect that spiritual level.
Yeah.
And then that
Absolutely.
soulful level. Then
The soulful level.
Yeah.
I agree, 100%.
See?
But you and I have also been with the same person for a really long time, and you know, you just learn things over time that
to strangle
work
them
and don't work.
Tie him up.
How to fight and stay not get a divorce. Yes. All that. How to renovate a house and not get a divorce.
Get a divorce. Oh, F you too. F you. It's my favorite finger.
No.
Did you know it stands up for you? It stands up for me.
Oh my God.
You're watching that
I'm
clip.
watching it because I just saw like, but yeah, it's no. You have to.
Let me
mean-
see your fingers. Is it sore?
No. Oh my gosh.
Because I know you're the kind of girl that will.
I don't flip people
I
off.
did not say that.
I don't. I do swear though. I love to swear for emphasis.
Oh, mother, father, shut the front door.
I do. I'm like so
Son of a
behaved.
bitch, I thought I was
I don't want
gonna
you to
say.
get like edited out of the ether net.
The ether.
So I'm keeping it clean.
I like that.
But yeah, no, I've been known to lay it down. I
Write
like
it
to
down.
swear. I don't know why. I'm trying to like slow it down and like
Son
swear
of a
less
biscuit.
so that my daughter doesn't swear.
Do you really swear a lot?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, kind of. So you're a potty mouth. I just said
Not
that.
all the
It doesn't
time.
matter.
No, sometimes I
And
can
you,
be.
but this, I don't swear.
You don't swear? Really?
Swear to God. I don't.
My husband doesn't either.
Uh-uh.
It bothers him that I swear.
No, you can swear all you want, but I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I grew up in a
Because
family.
I was
My
swearing
dad
one time,
swore
a
a
couple
lot.
of them got caught in my mouth. I couldn't get them out.
I know. I'm trying to slow it down because I think it's better not to, but sometimes I just like to still. I don't
Turn
know.
loose,
It's like,
especially now
it's
that
kind
you're
of
fixing the
immature of
house.
me.
No, it's not. That's
No, it kind of is. It is.
It's kind of.
Sometimes I think it is.
Yeah. You're listening to Cass Clayton. We have her here as a guest here on KUHS Radio. If you just tuned in, if you didn't catch none of this, it's all going to be pre-recorded on multiple platforms. We're on Restream also, which we go to YouTube, Twitter, iComi, all these different platforms restreamed all over the planet, so you can catch those anywhere you want. On Facebook, it's on 10 different pages, multiple pages, as well as KUHS, KUHS Friends, KUHS Super Friends, Mile High Promotions, a bunch of pages that they don't get us for spamming.
Yeah.
So we did it that way by changing our names everywhere. So
Yeah.
we're on all these multiple pages.
You're everywhere. I mean,
Yeah.
you've got so
And
many shows.
somebody said this about our shows here and what we do, that you like American Furniture Warehouse. You always see American Furniture Warehouse, you don't know what they're selling, but you always see American Furniture Warehouse. So it's KUHS, driving me.
You just need like one of those big tigers, like Jake Jabs, the tiger in the background, or not? Or just like a little
How about-
kitty cat.
Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Don't walk into one of Cass Clayton's shows and say, here, kitty, 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 kitty.
No, don't do it.
Don't do
Don't
it.
do it. I'll have to swear.
You son of a biscuit! Yeah. So we're having a great time with Cass Clayton. We give her a full hour to talk about all of what she's been doing. There's so much more to her, and we always touch on the the love section. It's always cool to hear that.
It's our love show.
Yeah, because we have to make sure and point it out to a lot of people what really exists.
What the importance of this
And a lot of
is.
people just go, they get together for 2 or 3 months, go get married, have 2 or 3 kids, and then they're divorced by the end of the
Yeah.
month.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Yeah.
to have kids that quick.
Because it's not really easy to be married all the time. Like, it's not always easy. It wasn't supposed to be.
Is it easy?
Well, I mean, okay.
Tell me how easy it is
So,
for you to be married.
I think the difficult thing about all relationships, but marriage is like a primary one, is that the person is just a mirror of what you decided you want to learn, right? So you can point the finger at that person and go, you did this, and but ultimately, you're just, to be happy, you're just going to have to surrender and be in a state of love as much as possible.
I use that word surrender quite a bit.
I do too. I do too.
There's a point.
I love that word,
I
actually.
know, me too. Just surrender.
Surrender. Okay,
When
I
you're there,
surrender.
when you're there.
I surrender.
Yeah,
Like,
you just surrender.
I think it's the best thing people
Yes,
can do. Let
yes.
go.
And let go, surrender, and just.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I know about that.
I know.
Surrender.
Then
Put
you
that
can go
gun
back
on me.
to
What
it.
kind of, put that gun down.
Put the gun down.
I'll
Open your heart
surrender.
and surrender.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Open your heart. And it's really nice to talk about this. Sometimes you almost want to get classes or live feeds of talking about this kind of thing, because, like I said, there's so many people who get together and they get divorces and they leave all these children out there. And
Yeah,
it's
the
crazy.
kids suffer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are good divorces. There are, sometimes they're necessary. And my parents divorced, and then they both remarried like real soulmates. And I had 2
Oh, they remarried people
amazing
that.
step parents.
Oh,
And
really?
they've been happy. Like, my dad and my stepmom were married for 37 years before
Wow.
she passed away, and my mom and my stepdad just hit 40.
Wow.
So sometimes a divorce is necessary so that you can grow in the way you're meant to. But, you know, a lot of times it's
That's
not
an ugly
that.
word, though, divorce. It's just, to me, that's
I know,
just
there should be a better name.
Yes, and then this paper that you have to sign, a license? A
Yeah.
license for what?
For what? I don't think that the state should be involved personally.
I know either. That's
Yeah.
for the financial area, I think, that's all it
It
is.
is. It's financial deal for people, but it is not easy because you're learning about yourself through another person all the time, and
Yes.
every issue that we have, whatever it is, like I know what mine are. I know my demons very, very well, very well.
Uh-oh, she's gonna let
And
loose
so-
about me, those demons are.
Yeah, everybody's got
Henry,
them,
Henry.
like you
What?
know, whatever they are.
This is Cass Glace's demon.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a good hold on it,
Henry,
you know,
Henry.
like I don't reject my dark side. I just like try to like play in toward the light.
Tell me
And,
the
like,
dark side. I
My
love
dark
it.
side. Oh, I've got like a.
That dark side.
I
Don't
would say,
all women have dark sides?
yeah, I told my husband one time, I'm like, you don't have a dark side. I am your dark side. Because he really doesn't. He doesn't like. He's so. He never gets worked up about anything. But mine is control, and it
Yeah,
usually
you
is
just said
out
it,
of
why he don't
fear.
get worked up?
It's
He don't get worked up because of the control.
well, it usually has to do with our daughter and me being afraid that she'll do something that will hurt her. It's usually something.
How old is she?
She's 16.
Oh, so she's
So
at
if
that
I'm
edge.
like, yeah, if I'm upset about something, it's often something like that. I don't really sweat the small stuff anymore. And I really haven't ever since I've been with him, been like really entrenched in the small stuff. It's just.
I am his dark side.
I know, it's a family joke, but
No, I like
it's
it.
because he's
I
like,
understand it.
he doesn't drink, he's never smoked, he's never done a drug, he's never, I would say women were his weakness back in the day. He had a lot of women.
Did he really?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah.
How many?
I don't know. I don't want to know the number. Plenty.
I like this.
Yeah.
And how
But-
did he stop with you?
Um,
You were his dark side.
I think that it was just the right timing, and we have the same value system. And honestly, I think that I don't want to go too deep on like past lives and stuff, but we had done this enough that we understood each other, and it's always just been a little easier for us. Not completely easy. There are things that don't work, but we both deal with them. I think we're very opposite, so we're
Opposites
both,
attract.
both handling different sides of the household, so we're not like clashing. You know, like he's a CEO type, and he is very,
Delegates
he
authority.
controls everything.
So
No,
he delegates authority to you?
no, no.
See,
I
so
just tell
she's
him,
his
like,
dark side.
You know, I'm just like, don't CEO me and everything's gonna go well. So he doesn't. He just stays like out of the household decisions. It's a little bit
This
June
is
and Ward
interesting.
Cleaver. I'm a little bit old
June
school.
and Cleaver. Boy, that brought this.
Yeah,
There's the
it's not a
beaver.
modern marriage.
There's
Like,
the beaver.
it's not like, yeah, it's not like that. I actually kind of like tradition. I'm from Nebraska. I like to feel safe. I want to know.
Yeah, the Nebraskans. You gotta know these kind of Nebraskan women.
Yeah.
Oops, I'm supposed she says you say anything and it boom. That was smart. I looked at
We
it right.
both grew up like from families that had farm people, so there is a lot of tradition. There's not a lot of crossover. Like I do the cooking, he does the car stuff. Like it's very traditional.
Yes, yes.
I like it that way, for me. But then I also go out and I'm in a rap band, you know. So like that's not very traditional.
Yeah, it is.
It is now.
It is now. Well, there you have it with Cass Clayton. We're going to call the show. Boy, you got to hear a lot of good stuff. And if you didn't hear it all and you want to catch some more, you can just rewind it back on KUHS, KUHS Friends, KUHS fan pages. There's a ton of different pages. You'll see them. Mile High Promotions, all the different ones that we have up there. You can see us on Instagram, on YouTube, on Twitter, on LinkedIn. We're live on LinkedIn right now. We're live everywhere, which is nice.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
Like
we changed
so
it up
many
a
good
little bit.
shows.
Yeah, we changed it up a little bit with our softwares, and we've done a few different things, and so it's kind of fun to have beautiful people in our studios and question and go over all this fun stuff and try to be real. And everybody who comes in here looks at me like, are you really asking me that question?
I love that you ask real questions.
Yeah.
And like
I said, I got B.B. King's daughter. She's like,
why go on an interview if you're going to like prepackage your answers?
They did. They had them prepackaged. And so she went to the Boulder dinner theater. She goes, I just got off.
There's nothing wrong with that. Like, I think everybody, I love talking with you, so, like, it's a friendship. I think everybody feels a little differently. Like, some people really don't like interviews or they get nervous.
All of them were okay with it because I make them laugh. And I make it more zany than really serious.
It's not.
It's not. It's
right,
not
putting
serious.
somebody on the spot. Like
No, just pop it on and they go,
No.
Wait a minute. And so we had a good time with her. And it's like with KUHS right now, we had a great time. Don't forget, tomorrow at Lafayette, the big festival is going to be in all the different venues, about $45. Was it $45 to go?
$45 for all the shows. You get
and you go from one to the other.
And if you enter CASS, you'll get a 10% discount. KASS, all caps, CASS.
See, she's giving you a 10% discount as a goal. That would be $4.50 off. Did I do my math right?
I don't know. I'm terrible at math. Ask me
That's one thing
ask me
I'm
an
good at.
English question.
Horrible at English. Horrible.
I'll write any composition for you if you'll do my math for me.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay.
Thanks for coming, Cass. It's been real.
Thank
We're going to sign off now. We'll
thank
get back to the music. We got Robin Thicke up on the air right now. We'll start airing that right now. With that being said, we'll say goodbye to Cass. Cass, thank you very much.
Thank you, Henry.